Hello, my friends. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. If you've seen this way in the future, I just hope you've had a wonderful day and week. We are playing a blind Let's Play of Virtue's Last Reward, the sequel to 999, Game 2 of the Nonary Games. And as you can see in our flowchart, we have started down Tenyoji's path, which led us into the infirmary, or I should say through the yellow door into the infirmary. We completed this puzzle, which was the most ridiculous puzzle I've ever seen. I hate to say it, but the puzzle actually beat us on that one. It happens. We're now after the escape, about to decide if we should betray or ally. And I'm not sure which way these things go, but the bottom line is we're gonna have to make a horrible decision or a good decision. Either way, it's kind of a, yeah, I mean, it kind of stinks because you have no idea what the other person's going to do. This episode might seem a little different than the other episodes because according to the flowchart, these blocks are all different because of the previous choices, but I don't think they're going to be that different. I mean, once we get into the room and Fi starts talking to us about the prisoner's dilemma, I assume that is what's going to happen. It'll probably all be the same up until the moment we make a choice. So if I put some cuts in this episode, it's only there just because we've already seen it and we've already heard the explanation. And I just want to get to, you know, the stuff that's new, basically. I don't know when that's going to start, but I'm just going to go through the game as normal. I probably won't put that cut in until we go into the door. But then again, maybe the choices are different. So I'm just going to play this all through like I'm assuming we've never seen this before. And if I had to put cuts in later, I'll put cuts in later. Gone.
Oh, you're finally done? You were taking so long. I hopped off for a little nap.
Sorry, you know, family stuff with friends. It was Thanksgiving and all. That's why it took a while.
For yawning? Really? You're just a computer program. You don't get tired.
Hey, B.O. My temper's got a hair trigger, and you're awfully close to pulling it. So I'd watch my mouth if I were you. Otherwise...
Well, do you really need me to spell it out?
All the dots. All the double dots.
Forget it.
That's a good boy.
Alrighty, let's get back to what we were talking about earlier. Namely, how do you get more BP?
We go into AB rooms, right? Look. We got some keys for them right here. Kay and Quirk have 2 each, so we've got 6 altogether.
But who goes into what room?
That doesn't really matter. Anybody can go into any room.
But there are only 6 rooms.
Didn't I tell you? The 2 members of a pair share the same destiny.
Then you mean both members of a pair need to go into the same room?
Yes, yes, yes.
What do we do after we go into the room?
By the way, I don't know if I've said this before, but I really love how this game times the dialogue to the voice of the voice actor. So like when Zero was laughing and he was going, haha, yes, yes, it was a slow scrawl. I really enjoy the small things like that. The only thing I wish they would change is the sound effect that's being made when Sigma's talking. I don't think that's necessary, but I really enjoy how they time everything out. It shows they took a lot of care in, you know, making the game.
Play a game. Just like it says on the door. You play the Ambidex game!
Wait, what's ambidex supposed to mean anyway?
I would guess it's short for ambidextrous. Most use the word to refer to the ability to use both of one's hands, instead of favoring the left or right. But it can also be taken to mean someone who is duplicitous or two-faced.
It's a game of betrayal then.
Well, yes, I guess you could put it that way.
Then what's the Nonary game?
That refers to the whole enchilada. The Nonary game is a game where you try to open the number 9 door and escape. The Ambidex game is just a mini game you play as part of the larger one. Make sense?
Like hell. This shit is confusing.
Is it?
Yes, it is. It's still confusing. Even to me, after going through that door, it just gets more confusing.
Or is it that you're just a few carrots short of a bushel?
No, it's actually confusing.
What do you think, Bia?
You arrogant little bastard.
Well, that's just how I am, so you better get used to it. Now, could I have you all move to the AB room, please? I'll give you more specifics once everyone's inside. I think it'll probably be easier to understand that way.
Kay, Quirk, and myself each gave 1 card to Luna, Alice, and Tenmyoji. Then we headed into the AB rooms. There wasn't really any discussion of who go into which door, and Pi and I found ourselves heading into the leftmost room. Looks like everybody else has gone in already. Think we should head in too?
Why are you asking me? Just hurry up and get in there.
Okay.
An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What? This game's got a time limit too? What the heck? Whoa! What is going on here? Where did you come from? Huh? What? Yeah, what? Exactly. I love how Sigma is just like, what? And I'm over here like, what is going on here? There you go. What? What? Okay, thank you. Now you're responding the way I just responded. What the heck? Who's this?
Fuck if I know. Look, it doesn't matter who she is. Just get everybody over here.
Yeah, right. Hey, guys, get over here. We found someone. There's a lady over here. She's unconscious. I didn't wait for a response. I just turned around and followed Fi into the room. We knelt down next to the woman and turned her over as gently as we could manage. All that greeted us was... oh, dear God. Blood. She's covered in blood. I leaned down to listen to her mouth. Nothing. No breath. With shaking hands, I felt against her neck for a pulse. No movement. Just cold skin.
What the hell were you yelling at? What's going on here?
Is she?
Quirk, don't look. Somebody get Quirk out of here.
Okay. Come on, Quirk.
Then she's...
Yeah. She's not breathing. And I can't find a pulse. Her body's already cold, so I'm guessing she was... well, I'm guessing she was murdered a while ago.
Murdered?
Does this look like an accident or suicide to you?
Looks like she was stabbed. Don't see a weapon around here, though. That means either the killer took it with them, or it was part of them.
What?
Part of them? Well, if someone was strong enough and they had metal hands, then they might be able to stab someone in the heart.
Are you trying to implicate Kay over there?
What are you suggesting?
It's just a joke.
That's not that's not a good joke.
Don't take it so seriously.
All the dots.
Whatever. If we examine the wound, we'll probably get a better idea of what the weapon was. Let's get her to the infirmary. She might be old, but she's still a woman. If we're going to do an autopsy, she should have some privacy. Come on, boys, let's go.
All the dots. Even more dots. Well, this episode just turned a, whoa! Okay, you remember what I said earlier about, you know, I expect all this to be the, no. Why have I not learned you cannot assume a single thing when it comes to this game? I mean, I should know that, but yet I still walked right into that trap. Diogho and I gingerly lifted the woman up and carried her to the infirmary. Perhaps he just didn't consider himself one of the boys. Or maybe it was something else. But whatever. The reason, Tenmyoji only just stared. His whole body was rigid, like a rope pulled almost to its breaking point. But it was his eyes that caught my attention. He wasn't staring at us, not quite. It was more like he was staring toward us. A smoldering spark of something burning silently behind his gaze. It wasn't until we were almost to the infirmary that I realized Tenmyoji hadn't spoken a single word since the moment we found the body. I turned to look back at him. He was following us at a distance, his breathing heavy and labored, and his movements slow and shuffling, as if his body was suddenly made of lead. Infirmary. The old woman's body was surprisingly light. Carrying her felt almost like carrying an old, dry piece of wood. We set her down carefully in the infirmary bed, as if we were afraid she might break. She looked so peaceful, almost like she's just going to wake up any minute now.
Maybe she didn't suffer much when she died.
Let's hope so.
Anyway, I feel a little bad about doing this, but I think we need to examine her.
You mean like an autopsy or something?
I'm just going to have a look at the wound. If we had a coroner, then it would be a different story, but...
Well, you know, we do have someone here who's very good at this type of stuff. But do we know that Luna's a nurse yet in this playthrough? Okay, good. Please speak up.
What?
I have a medical license.
There we go.
You're a nurse? No.
You're a doctor?
Well, I'm not exactly a coroner.
Interesting. I guess you really can't judge a book by its cover, can you?
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
Are you really going to perform an autopsy? Oh, I won't really be doing it. I think that machine over there is a medical scanner.
Oh, well that's good.
It's called an atom. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose people.
So you think you can use it to perform some kind of autopsy?
Yes, I think I should be able to manage that.
All the dots. All the double dots. Luna ran the scanner over the body, then turned back to the terminal. The display filled up with text, most of it rather technical. The sex, female. Estimated age, 65 to 75 years. Diagnosis, deceased. Cause of death, exsanguination. Estimated time of death, 3 to 4 hours. Damage trajectory. The weapon entered through 4th intercostal, piercing heart. Wound characteristics. The wound margin is clean and continuous. It angles at one sharp and one blunt. The cavity is 150 millimeters. The length is 30 millimeters. The width is 3 millimeters. Conclusion. Based on the characteristics described above, there is a 95% chance the wound was caused by a sharp, single-bladed instrument. Huh. Yeah, I don't really get it. What's it mean by instrument? Was she stabbed with a clarinet or something? Oh, come on, Sigma. You're smarter than this. She was stabbed with a knife or something.
It means a tool of some sort. A knife, probably.
Exactly.
In other words, she was stabbed in the heart, right?
Yes.
Well, I suppose that clears me of suspicion.
Sorry, but no.
Why? Please, don't tell me you think my hand can somehow turn into a knife.
No, but the point is, anyone can hold a knife in their hand. I mean, I just thought it was dumb that she thought of you anyway because your body could turn into a knife. But, you know, the point is, anyone could stab anyone.
I told you that was a joke.
Then why am I still a suspect?
We found the old lady in one of the AB rooms, specifically the one farthest to the left. Before we went in there, only 2 other people had been in that room.
I just want to know, how did this happen? This didn't happen in the previous playthrough, and the only thing we did was just go through a different room.
You and Clover. Only one of you was conscious.
Fi, please, stop joking around. I assure you, there was no one else in that room besides Clover when I woke up. She must have been put there later.
But the door was locked, right? I don't think anyone could have gotten in without the key.
Perhaps, but there was a hatch on the ceiling, remember?
Yes, there was. But Zero said he locked all the hatches.
He could lie. Well, if we're telling the truth, nobody could have gotten in there after you 2 left. Which means either he's lying or okay.
You fucking bastard! Why'd you kill her, Kay?
Again, he could be lying. I mean, Zero could be lying.
I knew it. You're him, aren't you? You're the real Zero.
Wait a minute, please. Just calm down. You aren't making sense. Let's suppose I am Zero. Why would I do something that would obviously cast suspicion on me?
He does have a really, really good point. I don't think that he would have done something like this. How do I put it? It just doesn't seem right.
Well, because you figured we'd think that. And you'd throw us off the trail by doing the exact opposite.
Now, I'm not saying he's not Zero or anything like that, and you all know my track record is absolutely horrible. I'm just saying we shouldn't jump to conclusion. That's all I'm trying to say. We jumped to the conclusion so many times in the past. We've been wrong so many times in the past. Let's just not for a change.
That's not a logical argument. Still, you do have at least half a point. Your argument doesn't confirm my guilt, but it does show us where we should be looking. The real Zero.
Yes, I agree.
The person who brought us here is likely the person who murdered that woman. Doesn't that seem like the most reasonable answer?
It does.
I guess.
Although then again, in the original 999, the killer wasn't Zero. It was someone else. Yeah, I don't know anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I can't believe Clover's saying that makes sense. I mean, you know better than this.
If Zero was the murderer, then they could open anything they wanted to. I mean, didn't Zero say something about that?
I live in the master computer. That means all the electronic doors in this whole warren are under my control.
Exactly. Also, consider this. If the murderer isn't Zero, why would the AI Zero stay silent? He told us that his job was to make sure the game ran smoothly, but now the unexpected has happened, and he says nothing. Why would he do that? If he can see everything we do, then he must know who killed the old woman.
All the dots. All the double dots.
So why has he kept his silence? The answer is simple. The murderer is Zero. Or rather, Zero Senior, I suppose you could say.
Again, I don't want to jump to conclusions.
He likely ordered Zero Jr., the AI, to keep his identity hidden. If Zero Jr. told us about the murder, then Zero Senior's identity would be compromised. There is something else to consider as well. Perhaps this murder was not unexpected. Zero Senior murdered her, just as planned. Death is only another part of the game.
Where did she come from, though? You know, this just blew my mind. Like, if we went down this path first, instead of Alice's path, would we have seen the body? Or did the body only appear because this is the second time through the game? killing someone is just part of a game to him.
Well, there's no way to know for sure, but I would assume so.
All the dots. All the double dots.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
And then we're gonna go vote, and then we're gonna come back only to find that the body's missing. Watch.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Sure, let's just all stay in here while all ally together. It sounds like a great idea. Whoa, what was that?
I don't know.
Well, one thing's for sure.
And that is?
If we don't go vote, something bad's going to happen.
No, we just all ally. We all get points. That's all we had to do.
You see? Just as I said. Zero Jr. ensures the game continues, even though someone has died. All of this is part of Zero Sr.'s plan.
All the dots.
Let's get back to the warehouse. If we all head to the AB rooms, maybe we'll see Zero Jr. After all, he told us he'd give us specifics once we gone in.
This episode is not going the way I visioned it. Oh. Warehouse A. We're really going in there? I kinda don't want to. I mean, there was a dead lady in there just a few minutes ago.
What? Are you worried there's a ghost or something?
No, of course not. It's just morbid, weird. Doesn't it bother you? Exactly.
Nope. I don't believe in ghosts.
It's not about believing in ghosts, it's just... Yeah.
I feel bad that she died, of course. But there's not really anything I can do about that, is there?
Dang, you're pretty cold. You know that?
I prefer bold, but whatever. I just don't let emotions get in the way.
Well, that's pretty much the definition of cold. All the dots. All the double dots.
Anyway, let's go. Looks like the others have already gone in.
Fine. Here's that music again. What is it? You find a ghost or something?
No. Look at the screen. There's something there.
The screen? It just says that you vote. And there goes the door.
Hooray! Everybody's finally here! I've been waiting.
So have we. We got some questions for you, Zero. Who was that old wolf?
Ugh. Will all of you please stop bombarding me with questions?
All?
The other people in the other rooms are asking me stuff just like you are, Siggy. I guess you probably can't hear them since these rooms are completely soundproof, but...
I wonder if that's going to be a plot point later in the game. That the rooms are soundproof. Everyone, keep that in the back of your head, okay?
B.O. is especially loud. For real, B.O., I need you to shut up. There isn't much time. I gotta hurry and explain all this stuff, or the game will end before I'm done.
All the dots.
So, no more questions from now on. No answers for anybody, okay? You just have to wait. Now, let's get this party started! Let me tell you about the AB game. Since it's a game, you're obviously going to have an opponent. But it's not like this is a battle royale where you just fight everybody. Each round will be a one-on-one battle. Mono a mono, or mono a womano. Well, there are two people in each pair, aren't there?
So it'll be more of a 2-on-1 battle, I guess.
Alright, all this sounds familiar.
Now, I imagine you're all wondering who your opponent is going to be. it's actually really easy. You'll be competing against whoever you paired up with to go through the chromatic doors. For example, Siggy and Fido paired up with 10-year-oldie and went through the yellow door, didn't they? That means that Siggy and Fido will be playing against 10-year-oldie. And it goes the other way too. 10-year-oldie's opponent will be Siggy and Fido. Obviously, that means Potassium and Cleaver's enemy will be Mooney. And Bio and Quirk's enemy will be Alas. Well, I guess enemy isn't really the right word, is it? After all, if you choose ally, then they're your ally.
All the dots.
What? Don't get it? Well, don't worry. Just listen while Zero the Third explains it all.
First, I want everybody to focus on the screen on the device in the back of the room. You should see A, ally, and B, betray on it. Do you?
All you guys have to do
Is pick! Just pick one of those easy options! Your BP will go up or down, depending on what you pick. It's a little complicated, and some of you are a little slow. So, I made this handy chart. The plus and minus are from your point of view.
All the dots.
So, let's say you choose ally, and so does your opponent. You'll get 2 BP, and so will they. And you'll all get a nice warm, fuzzy feeling inside. We call that the best pals outcome. Just puts a smile on your face, doesn't it?
All the dots.
Next is what you get if you choose ally, but your opponent chooses to betray. If that happens, you lose 2 BP, and they get 3. We call that the stupid jerk face outcome.
Yeah, all this does sound familiar. I'm probably gonna leave this in now just because.
Somebody did that to me. I'd skin them and stew them with some taters.
All the dots.
The third choice is the opposite of that. It's when you choose betray, but your nice, innocent opponent chooses ally. This time, you're the one who gets 3 BP, and they're the one who loses 2. We call that the serves them right outcome. I mean, what were they thinking? Choosing ally was a stupid choice, and there's nothing for you to feel guilty about.
All the dots.
And finally, the very last scenario. This is when you choose betray, and so does your opponent. If that happens, neither of you gets or loses anything. Absolutely 0 change in BP. Boring. We call this the why even bother outcome. As the game master here, this is the situation I want to avoid the most. You're probably wondering about the pairs, aren't you? Well, let me explain. Remember how I told you that both people in a pair share a destiny? Well, that applies here too. The 2 of you only get 1 vote. You get to choose once between ally or betray. That doesn't mean you split your points though. You both get 3 points, or lose 2 points, or whatever. In other words, what you see on this chart is what you get. Okay then. I think that about does it for the basic rules. Well, actually, there's a little bit more, but it'll just have to wait, I guess.
I still want to know what he means by that.
After all, it's almost time!
All the. Hey!
No!
Wait!
I won't wait and I can't wait.
I was expecting him to say all the dots there because that's all he's been saying.
Didn't you hear me? It is time!
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
You see, it's time for me to be hopping on out of here. See you later! Have a nice trauma!
All the dots. Even more dots.
We don't have time to talk about this. Rock, paper, scissors.
What? What? Rock, paper, scissors?
We have to decide who's gonna press the button.
And you think that's a good way to decide?
Just shut up and do it.
No.
1, 2, 3.
I'm horrible at this stuff. No, game, don't make me do this. I know what Fire's gonna pick, and I don't want her to pick it. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Do you put rock, paper, or scissors? Let's see. I'm going paper. It's the most neutral thing. Scissors cut, fist slam, and paper is just neutral. Going paper.
Rock.
Yeah! Take that, Fi. Paper. Ha, looks like I won.
Damn it.
Serves you right.
So what are you gonna pick?
I guess ally?
We're playing against Tenmyoji. Do you have any reason to think he won't betray you?
No, which is why I'm gonna pick ally. All the dots. Even more dots. I guess not.
Yeah. If he does, what does that make our BP?
We'd be down to 1 point each. But that's not hopeless. I mean, sure, we'll be a little further away from the goal. All we gotta do is to earn those points back.
And when will we do that?
Hey, we're gonna be optimistic here. Okay, well, I don't actually know. But it's pretty obvious that we'll be playing this game more than once. After all, we can't get to 9 BP if we don't.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex's game polling closes.
Well, you won. The decision's yours. Now decide, ally or betray.
3, 2, 1.
In that last moment before the counter reached 0, I made my choice. Betray! No, I'm not gonna do that. I may have had you going though, didn't I, there for just a second? We are, of course, going to ally with Tenmyoji. No, we're not! Yes, we are. We are going to no, we're not! Yes, we are. We are so going to ally with Tenmyoji. Yes, we are. Vote has been recorded. Please wait.
Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
Oh god, please don't make him screw us too.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Now watch it be like in every single scenario you end up getting betrayed. Oh, that would just feels bad, man.
Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
As Fi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running toward the projection, shoving and pushing to get closer. Tenmyoji was left behind, his footsteps a slow, heavy plod. What had happened to make him like that? So now I'm really worried.
So you chose ally, huh?
I'm really worried about him now, like... the way... Okay, now you all know how I am with predictions, but here's my prediction. He knows that woman. That woman is his wife. And he just saw his wife murdered. And that's totally gonna change his outlook on this game. And because of that, he's going to flip from being an ally to a betray. Okay, that's such a long shot in so many different directions. But you know what? Let's just say that I'm 100% okay, 99% positive. You can't be 100% positive this game. I'm 99% positive that Tenmyoji definitely knows the woman. I just don't know how he knows the woman, but he definitely knows her because of the way he reacted. You don't get to complain. I beat you. I won. Remember?
Not complaining. I just think you're being a little soft-hearted.
Yeah, I know. We've had this conversation before. Aw, you worry too much. I'm sure Tenmyoji chose ally too.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Come on, Tenmyoji.
You don't have any facts, just misguided optimism.
Come on, Tenmyoji. Prove me right, please.
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
Siggy! doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Oh dear God. All the dots. All the double dots. Let's go. We should have a look at those results.
Fine.
Oh.
Good.
I'm sweating here.
Looks like you're all here.
Finally. Let's get ready to rock!
Let's get ready to rumble!
Ambidex game!
Man, I'm so nervous.
Round 1!
I'm so nervous.
The results!
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Oh, please, please, please. No! Oh, my heart. Oh, Tenmyoji, why do you do this to me, bro? Come on! And what's up with Alice? Alice allied! What? Oh man, I'm tilted. I'm tilted. Yep, I'm
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
There's a lot of 1s and 6s in this game.
Sigma. Phi.
I'm just here, shaking my head, wondering why Tenmyoji betrayed us. It's like everyone betrayed everyone on that round. No, I shouldn't say everyone betrayed everyone, but 50% of the people betrayed 50% of the other people. And it's like, what the heck, dude? My name is FlightlessBird. This is your story-based gaming channel, and this is Virtue Last Reward, where FlightlessBird loses more hope in humanity day by day. No, I'm just kidding. But, I mean, oh! I had hoped Tenmyoji was different. I really did. I thought, hey, you know, Tenmyoji's not gonna let us down. And now I don't know anymore. I mean, when we go through this other option over here, I have no idea if Luna is gonna betray us or not. I have no clue anymore because Tenmyoji shot all hope I have with the universe. So once again, we're down to 1 BP. We'll see how it works out. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you've had a wonderful week. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, please do not forget, you matter. You are brilliant and you are loved. And you should always remember to be true to yourself. Don't let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly feathered flightless bird. Till next time.